Welcome to another episode of What's New? We done made it to the fourth motherfucking episode, y'all. Wow. Clap it up. Jeremy, aka Arizona Ryan. What's up, boy?
What up, dog? What it do? What's the deal?
And we have, of course, the biggest personality, Nene. What's up, Nene?
Hey, y'all. What's going on? How was y'all weekend? How was y'all holiday? What's going on, booze?
It was bad. I'm not gonna lie. It was a pretty interesting weekend. Just, a dog.
You got into a street fight or something? What's going on?
I feel like it. I got into a street fight with my bills. So.
Oh, God. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Whoa.
That's the way that you always feel like you're losing, ain't it?
I lost.
You got them bills.
I lost. Just saying. No, but God is good. How was your holidays?
I just stayed out the way. I ain't got my barber been out of town, so I ain't been able to get a haircut.
Not the barber.
So
Not the barber.
I've been kind of depressed, staying out.
Not depressed.
Yeah.
Oh no, really?
I feel like guys these days are into their upkeep almost more than women.
Absolutely.
I'll be like,
dude kind of like messed my line and my beard up a little bit.
Oh, you cheat on your barber?
That's why.
Well, he out of town. I'm cutting for a movie, so.
Okay.
Okay.
Dog slipped up one time. I can't take no
Oh.
more chances, so.
I know that's right.
That's up your hairline. No, I do be sick about their hairlines. Like, sick.
Yeah.
Okay.
And what?
No, so I've been chilling.
You don't want nobody, every time they see you, they be like, you'll never find.
Yeah, man.
Ciao.
I don't want to be out here with the Yo Gotti hairline. The Yo Gotti. I had a cool holiday. I was just chilling, Pulled up on my house for a minute, you know what I'm saying?
You know who I did see had a hot girl weekend?
Oh.
Who? Nene, you've been a hot girl all weekend.
Oh.
And I told this bitch to call me, and she did not.
Which day you told me to call you?
It doesn't matter. I told you to call me.
You don't got no answer. You be like, what day did you say? What day did you say?
Call me.
Listen, I did have a very good weekend this weekend. This past weekend. I just went out, and I haven't went out and had like a 2 full day weekend that included me coming home like 4 or 5 in the morning each night.
Not 4 or 5.
I haven't had that in so long because I've been such a grandma. It was nice. I had a nice weekend. I really enjoyed myself. First of all, once again, my pimping skills have increased. I thought I lost it.
Okay, pimp.
But I found it.
All right. Arizona Ron Jr.
What? Nah.
All right, Ron Jr.
She been pimping before me.
Big pimp.
Oh.
Been pimping before me.
Remy, who been pimping before you?
AZ Junior. AZ Junior, you?
No, I've been learning. I've learned from you. What do you mean? Do you not remember our conversations?
I've been slacking.
You was giving me guidance every day. You was like, you gotta.
I have been slacking. I have been to myself.
Okay, all right now.
He said he's trying to find his inner peace. I'm here for it. My pimp stick, my spark went out a long time ago. I'm trying to reactivate it, but it just won't light back. It won't light back up. I don't know what to do.
Girls was born with that pimping.
Nah.
Y'all was born with y'all pimping.
Not true.
Nah. Y'all ain't gotta do much.
I used to be able to bat my eyes, honey.
I used to be
able
First
to
of all,
bat my
I
eyes
have
and
to
make
do a
it.
lot. Okay.
Too much.
First of all, it's a whole job for the pimping because you got to know who you walking up to. I got to read your vibes off key, so I might do a little. See, it's a whole process. I can't even tell y'all what I be doing. But it's a process.
Oh, you can't share it. You can't.
It don't take much to shoot your shot. don't take much to shoot your shot.
You gotta shoot it right, though.
I'm one of those people. I have what do they call that when you can't take rejection? But I can't take rejection. I do not like shooting my shot because you not ever about to hold me. Like
most women don't, but I feel like it can be easy for y'all if y'all shoot your shot if y'all don't worry about rejection.
No, if I shoot my shot, I know that
niggas gotta worry about getting rejected all the time.
Well, we're not niggas. That's the thing. I feel like guys are the what do they call them? The chasers. Like you guys come after us. You are the
they're
hunters.
supposed to be the hunters. They have to,
I'm saying you ever seen the Brandy video Full Moon?
Yeah.
She shot her shot. Came in,
that was a video.
On it. It was a song too.
That is a video. That's not real life.
There you go. Look, she said.
Hey.
Listen, did you hear the lyrics though?
Hey, hit her with the lyrics.
She came in the club, giving you the eye. You can dance if you want. Get it cracking if you like.
I don't think that's
like one of those nights.
So she was throwing the pussy? I'm confused. Like,
nah, she was just letting dog know what's good.
She said it's a full moon. It's one of those nights. That's giving from the ass. It's giving thirsty.
Brandy, that's my type of girl. Let me know what it is.
Oh my god!
If you want let me know what it is.
That's what I'm saying though. I feel like when you're shooting the shot, when women are shooting the shot, it's always construed as she's a hoe or she's just trying to throw her ass.
No, that's young niggas.
Or she's thirsty, and that's not ever the case.
It's only thirsty if you start asking for shit, probably.
I like to feel wanted though.
I feel like being overtly assertive.
Because you gotta understand, we in the Me Too era now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You just can't be going out saying any kind of thing. So cats be kind of hesitant.
True, I agree.
So
it definitely makes a difference.
Ladies, shoot y'all shot, man. If you want something, if you want that, man,
if
go get it.
If somebody declines you, respectfully handle your turn back around gracefully.
I'm pulling up, and now we gotta fight.
Yeah, every reverse of how niggas they shot, they get turned down, they get to pull out pistols and shit. Fuck you then, nigga.
Fuck you then.
No pants tight as hell anyway. Oh, yeah.
I like to feel wanted more. Like I want the guy to want me more than I want him. That always has to be the case for me. And if I feel like I shoot my shot, I feel like you feel like I want you more than you want me.
Y'all feel like the relationship work better when the man love the woman more than
a little more, not a whole lot more, but I just need to know you love me a little more.
That's so toxic.
Listen, my dad always told me though, like the realest thing, I would never forget this. My dad always told me, he was like, a relationship isn't 50-50, it's 60-40. Someone always going to be the one. It's always going to be somebody in that relationship who loves someone more. He was like, don't let that be you though. I was like, what?
I agree.
But he was like, yeah, he said somebody's gonna always love somebody more. Or somebody's
so can a relationship work when the woman love the man more than the man love the woman?
No. I feel like that's the problem.
I feel like it's good, but men can't take that because then they start putting things, because of their egos, they start putting like fucking terms on women. Like, oh my God, she's clingy. Like, bitch, what?
Absolutely.
Clingy.
Have y'all seen Ready to Love?
The TV show?
Yeah, it's a TV show hosted by Uncle Tommy, right?
Oh, I caught pieces of it, but yeah, I couldn't get into it.
It's really good. Check it out. That's a shameless plug, even though it's not anything associated with me. It's not sponsored, but hey, what the fuck? It's Black TV.
Yeah, they're gonna have to cut the check next time, for real.
For sure, next time. But I say that to say there was a girl. She's beautiful. She is successful. She has a shop. I say this to say, like, she gave this guy a chance, right? Now he chases her. He all up her ass, basically, right? But he's putting it behind her back. He goes back to his friends and it's like, yeah, she might be too clean. Yeah, she might be this. Yeah, she might be that. Yeah, I feel like she just want me more than I want her. But in reality, he actually all up her ass, like, feeding her dreams behind her back.
Reality.
Right, behind her back, he's basically making false accusations, like she just all over him. So that's why I say, like, You gotta be careful. Like, I feel like it's important for that other person to love you more.
Well, I think Dog was just.
He was a dog.
Just front. Yeah, he just
it could have been that too. It could have been that too. But I feel like in most cases though, men do that a lot with women who love them more. You know, I've even been in a position where he like chased after me for the longest, and I finally gave him a chance. I don't know. I just felt like he felt like he had more control over me.
What made him chase?
What?
What made him chase? Like, I'm saying, like, what was part of the chase?
The chase was, I feel like some guys just like a challenge. When they get that, you know, it's just like, okay, I got it. You know what I'm saying? And on to the next. So I felt like that's what it was. Like, it was a challenge. He knew I wasn't really into him. He was way older than me at the time. Yeah, he was way older than me. He knew I wasn't, like, he wasn't, like, my type. So he really tried to, like, get my attention. He was super consistent, like, just really trying to convince me to let him in. And when I finally did, it was like, all right, cool. On to the next. I got it. So I feel like some guys just like the challenge. That was the chase. The challenge was the chase. The chase was the challenge.
You gotta tell him, okay? I felt that in my spirit.
In some cases that could be true, but some dudes just chase, and then when they finally get it, it don't be over advertised.
I mean, that could be true too. I'm not a nigga, so I don't know. But
I mean, in a lot of cases, dude, you know, they go through hoops and they chase, and then when they finally get it, you know, sometimes the woman don't be what they advertise to be.
That
I'm not saying that was the case for you, but I'm just saying, like, that happens a lot. I remember it's some chicks that I didn't chase, and then when I finally, like, got her, it was like...
You finally got her, you see she's vain, not down to earth, not, you know, not what you want. And ultimately, I feel like that's a part of being...
He just wanted to fuck, right? Ebony. He just wanted to fuck. He wasn't...
It's a difference, right?
I always want to fuck.
That bitch down to earth.
I always want to fuck.
Just put it on the table.
He did put it on the table.
I always want to fuck.
The motherfucker, he laughed. He just
No. Every woman, I told y'all this before. Every man wants to have a sex with a woman that they are attracted to. That just goes without saying.
So every woman that you've been with, you've been attracted to, and you can say every man, because
I ain't had sex with
men. Huh?
I ain't had sex with these women. You saying like every woman that I'm attracted to?
Like I'm saying every woman that you have had sex with, you were attracted to, correct?
For the most part, yeah.
So it must have been like different reasons why you were attracted to her. Because you ever look at all your pics, they might not look the same.
No.
Because I swear I've been like, that was your bitch? We definitely could not have been your type. What the fuck is this?
I mean, my thing is...
What the fuck? Me and you are not his type.
My thing is this. You could... If you get to, like, meet somebody within the first, and you kick it with for, like, a month or two or whatever, and, like, y'all have a little bit in common, it's going to be natural for somebody to want to have sex with you. That's just in general. In a man's standpoint. For y'all, it take a little bit more. But if I'm taking you out on dates, if I'm hitting you up, if I'm trying to see you, if I'm trying this and that, yes, I want to have sex. I don't think it's nothing wrong with that.
No, it's not. I get it.
There's nothing wrong with that.
I get it.
Making them hands, ain't he?
But I'm just saying.
No, I'm just saying. It's nothing wrong with that. So
it's nothing wrong with that.
Right, but
I think with just like you get a lot of people like, oh, he just wanted to fuck. He might have wanted to wife you, and then he might have wanted to wife you, and then he might have saw something that he just wasn't. He ain't like.
Right. I feel like
or he might have met somebody else.
To bring it back around though, I feel like it depends on what you're chasing that person for. Because you basically said like you might chase it and realize it wasn't what you wanted. But it depends on what did you want initially? Was it where you?
I feel like any nigga under 20, any boy under 25 want to fuck.
I think any nigga, period.
Any nigga, period.
I mean, just one.
40 and 50
Once you get a little bit
out
older, you be wanting to fuck and build, and then as you get a little bit older, some shit you just not gonna deal with.
Yeah. My patience has really grown.
Yeah, like
Child,
like for
I don't have any patience
for dudes, like you get to a certain point in your life where you ain't trying to deal with everything. Like, yeah, you could probably try to hit, but the headache that's gonna come with it, you be like, nah, I'm straight.
Yeah, I got a nigga that it's been a while and I just want some D. But it's not worth the headache. Like, this nigga is annoying. He's really irritated. Like, I literally can't deal with the irritation.
I felt the same way.
But I just want the dick, and I just want him to go. Like,
I'm pretty sure it's dudes that y'all probably find attractive, and you be like, nah, this nigga for the streets.
It's irritating.
I become so unattractive to you towards a person if they're like a super hoe.
Yeah,
like if I know that you just fucking bitches out the bitches, I'm like, oh, ugh.
Yeah, like 23,
blue balls.
24. The younger you probably would have gave dog a chance, but the older you was like, nah, I'm straight.
If I'm spending my money on anything, yeah, I want to fuck.
I ain't even spend no money. My time too. My time is valuable too.
Well, what y'all got?
Don't try to be sensitive now.
That brings us to what's new with me. Nene, give us the scoop of the week.
Actor Michael K. Williams passes away at the age of 54.
Oh my God.
Definitely prayers to him and his family. I feel like every week something is happening where somebody's passing away, and I feel like it's terrible. And I'm super sad too because he has a show on HBO, which no longer is coming on for season 2. It was called Lovecraft Country, and I really enjoyed that show.
I heard about that.
And I cried so much. I was like, no, not like this, Lord. But definitely prayers to him and his family as they continue the quest to find out more information towards his death. So,
we'll pray for his family for sure.
Yes, definitely prayers. On a lighter note, congratulations to Cardi B and Offset. They welcomed their second child together. So that is a congratulations.
I love to see it.
Congratulations. You know, Offset, me and Offset got the same birthday, so that's my twin. Congratulations to my dog.
Oh, so you a fuck boy? JK, sorry.
So sorry. It's Blue's Clues host, former host, he came back on here to give us a proper goodbye compared to his goodbye from the show many years ago. And he came back on here. He touched a lot of people, especially if you grew up watching him. He told us he was proud of us. Told him he became a better person because of us. And I was just like, oh my God, you don't know how much I need to hear somebody say they proud of me because this is so sweet.
It did hit home. It did. Shout out to my boy Steve.
Okay, shout out to
Steve. We needed that. The culture needed that for sure.
Also, the Department of Justice formally files a lawsuit against Texas over the recent abortion ban. And this is just something that is going really crazy right now with Texas passing this ban that women are not allowed to have abortions. I believe it might be a couple weeks, but now I think they're saying at all. And
I don't get that though. Like, what's going? I mean, what? I don't honestly get it with the abortion thing.
I don't understand it as well. Definitely, I was very irritated by this story when I was reading it, and then I was more irritated by individuals making statements in regards to it, because I believe I was on Hollywood Unlocked, and Caitlyn Jenner decided to make a comment and says he backs the state of Texas on their decision to ban abortions. Basically placing an opinion where he can't fucking produce a child, but he wants to be the one to say what you can do with your body. So you decide to tell women that they're unable or incapable of making decisions about their bodies, which this world, I thought we were living in this country of being pro-choice, but clearly we're not. We're in a dictatorship. And you decide to have an opinion about what I should do with or not to do with my body. I'm not really feeling it.
Yeah, I feel like your body's your choice at the end of the day. What I mean, I don't agree. I don't know. It's kind of 50-50. I feel like I kind of, want to follow the Bible, don't kill, blah, blah, blah. But I also feel like, your body, your choice. Certain circumstances. Like some girls have been raped by people and got pregnant, you know? Like, those things are terrible. We should have a choice. Absolutely. So, yeah, I'm gonna leave that in Jesus' hands. Ain't got no comments. Too much.
Okay, my bad.
No comment.
Okay. So for our final story, President Biden has announced that all federal workers must be vaccinated with no option for testing.
You know what, Joe? They were mandating businesses with over 100 employees to go and get either vaccinated or be required to test weekly. So I do appreciate that we have another alternative option. However, I feel like it feels like racism. And I know, just listen, hear me out. So you go back to work, right? And I won't say the name of any companies, but you go back to work and your job says, okay, if you're vaccinated, you can do X, Y, and Z, or you don't have to do X, Y, and Z. But if you're unvaccinated, you have to take all these steps. You have to go get tested weekly. You have to do all these other things. And if we have the same risk, what sense does that fucking make? We all have the same risk. We can all catch the virus. We can all spread it. We can all die from it. Like, what? Why wouldn't they also be required to get tested weekly? It just makes no fucking sense. Like, and then they say, oh, well, the vaccine actually doesn't work against the new strands. So what the fuck are we?
Right.
Why are we getting tested? Why is the unvaccinated people only the ones getting tested if the vaccine doesn't even work for the new strands? So that means everybody should be getting tested weekly if they're in an office, period. Right? Like, make it make fucking sense. It doesn't make sense. You know? Arizona, I'm curious. How do you feel about this?
At this point, y'all gonna kill me for this. I'm leaning towards getting the big vax.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, you have your every right to do that.
Yeah.
You have every right to do what you need to do. But I think the point Ebony was making was simply, if you can still catch the virus with the vaccination, and you can still spread it, just like somebody who's unvaccinated, why isn't the requirement for everyone to be consistent in possibly testing? Because you know that this country wouldn't be able, or this world wouldn't be able to produce that many goddamn at-home tests or do those tests. But also as well, like you're just putting one criteria on a group of people. It is like
you can still catch it, but it won't be as severe.
But it can still be severe.
They don't know. That's not the case. That's not certified.
If someone else has underlying health issues and they catch COVID, still it can be 10 times worse than the person who didn't have any underlying issues got vaccinated as well.
It can be, but also underlying health conditions or not, you can still die from the vaccine. There are people, they're just not promoting it. There's lots and tons of people who still die and have been vaccinated and don't have underlying diseases. It's children who just recently died, been vaccinated, and don't have the fucking vaccine. They don't have underlying health conditions. So all that I'm saying is we should all be on the same requirement. Why is there? I feel like why are they trying to make it harder for the people who aren't vaccinated? Like, I feel like it just feels like how racism feels, like segregation. Like, I don't like that.
I see what you're saying, but you know, it's been FDA approved. Eventually there will be times where they will have more vaccinations for the other variants. But at the same time, I mean, right now we're going through a testing trial of this. Yeah. You know, I mean, it's not going to be perfect. It's not going to be, you know, a smooth sailing. It's going to be some casualties. Unfortunately, there are going to be some casualties to this. I'm not pro-government. I'm not pro-vaccination. But at the same time, I mean, I've done my research. I just feel like eventually it's going to be a point where it's there will be some type of mandatory situations where you have to have this vaccine.
And that's, I think, the route that we're going in. I think it's going to be mandated across. But
I don't want to
be illegal for them to do that because someone forcing you. Once again, it's the same thing as a pro-choice. I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with getting the vaccination. Like, definitely, that's your choice.
I don't feel like it should affect your work, your job, or what school you can go to and things like that. I don't think it should be that, but I mean, they haven't been able to get this thing under control, and right now it's kind of just off of winging it. So I mean, I've known people got the vaccination and they were completely fine. I know some people who got it and they were really, 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 really sick.
Your body reacts differently.
Yeah, everybody's body reacts differently to it, but I mean,
people who are required or being mandated by their jobs to take the vaccine, there is something that you can do about it. Now, this may require you losing your job, but it's up to you how serious you are about this. If you do not want to get the vaccine, you can ask your job to sign an assumption of liability agreement. Basically, they are assuming the liability of if something goes wrong with you because they're mandating you to get this vaccine, they are assuming responsibility. So you can ask them
They don't, but you know what the crazy part is? I don't believe even doctors who telling their patients to take this are having them sign it. What about if you just took it because your doctor told you?
That's different. I'm just talking about employers. If your employer is saying, hey, you need to get a vaccine to work here, you want somebody to be held responsible because you were reluctant on getting it, and they made you get it anyways, you can have them assume responsibility. You can ask them to sign that agreement. You can tell them that you're deferring it until the clinical trials are done. So the clinical trials
that we in?
Yeah, we are in clinical trials, but they won't be done for a few years, I believe. Is what I read. So you can tell them that, and these are all legal facts. And safety data is available so that you can exercise informed consent. So that's what Brittany was talking about earlier. So basically, informed consent is a document that you usually sign consenting to treatment. They're not having to sign it now because there's no assumption of liability if it's an at-risk shot. But once the clinical trials are done, and you can exercise informed consent, then you may feel more prone to get the vaccine. So these are I just wanted to give those facts.
Fact it up.
I'm not against anybody getting the vaccine. If you want to get it, that's your choice. I'm all about you. It's your choice, your body. You got to do what's best for you and your family. Run.
AKA Loverboy got to say today.
AKA.
I don't know.
Certified lover.
CLJ.
Lover man.
I'm CTV.
CTV.
I got no haircut. I'm CTV. Certified Thugger Boy. I told y'all last week.
You told us last week. You didn't even listen, did you?
Certified Thugger Boy. I'm CTV for right now.
Let's hop into drop the motherfucking question with Arizona Rhymes. Give us the question of the day, Ryan.
So, as we talked about earlier, about shooting shots and, finding the right person and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to know, I was sipping some tea and I was thinking to myself, I'm kind of right now only in my feelings with my robe on. I was feeling kind of sexy, got my taco meat out.
I can see it.
I said, companionship would be real nice right now. But then I thought about it.
Why y'all talking to me? What's out?
Is it because of dependency of someone else? Or am I really craving companionship? And I thought about it. What is the difference between dependency and companionship to y'all?
I thought about this.
You always do this to me.
You
it's
know,
always going to be both.
Have that effect on people. I had that effect on people,
Oh, pop your shit,
I'm
right?
the penny droppers. No, I'm sorry.
With companionship, you talking about the companionship and dependency. I feel like dependency is like you talking about I need somebody just to say I have somebody, and companionship is like I have somebody because I wanted somebody, not because I need them.
Yeah.
Yeah. So in that token, I mean, I want someone for companionship. Like I don't want to be crying in a room. I'd rather be ducked in the corner with a damn cat by myself than to be up here crying with somebody in the house and then being happy with someone not in my house. I'll be okay with that. I'm for
companionship.
But
so you're asking, what are you asking?
But
repeat the question.
But do you feel like is there a difference between being dependent on somebody for their companionship or just companionship in general? Like it's not so much of like being with somebody because like are you dependent on somebody's attention, dependent on just somebody being there, or do you just crave companionship? Because sometimes some people just need to be around, somebody. Sometimes somebody can't. A lot of people they can't really be to themselves. They need somebody to validate them all the time.
Yeah, and that's people who are unable to or decide not to validate themselves. I think it's super important that as a human being, whether you're a male or a female, that you understand who you are to the core. It's very important to know yourself and love yourself. And for someone, and I'm not gonna say like, oh, I don't need no man. Like shit, I want a man, but I just don't want any man. I have my preference. Yeah, do I get lonely sometimes, or am I just alone? Sometimes, depending what it is. But I feel like it's super important not to crave a dependency for someone because you don't want to be by yourself. You know what I'm saying? I'd rather have companionship with someone where they're my equal, they're my counterpart. I got you, you got me. I want that type of thing. Like, oh my God, I would miss this person if I didn't see him for a whole day. I absolutely would, because that's a companion. But I'm not going to miss this person the whole day because, oh my God, I hate myself. I can't be in the house by myself. I'm lonely. Lord. I'm like, no.
Well, I feel like I looked at the question differently. I feel like you were kind of asking, is it love or emotional dependency? So,
you can add that too.
What's the difference? You break it down, Edie.
Well, I feel like it depends. I feel like it depends on that agreement you have with your partner. You know what I mean? Because like it can, to break it down, it can be different types of dependency. What type of dependency? You can have emotional dependency. You can have financial dependency. You can have I don't know,
a sexual one.
Sexual dependency.
Like depend on that.
Absolutely, you have to find a balance, or find what are the terms and agreements between you and your partner. Now, is love a dependency? I feel like it could be, depending on what you need from your partner. You know what I mean? Because I feel like it's 50-50. I give, you give. You know what I'm saying? You fill my cup, I fill yours. But I feel like there's a line in that, right? Like, I just can't say, hey, Ron, I expect you to love me. I expect you to rub my feet. I expect you to give me some dick when I come home every day. I expect you
to do
all the bills.
What are you doing here?
I expect you to make me happy. I expect you to, I expect all these things from you, but I'm not giving anything.
Man, what? I hate coming into this house.
I feel like
this is ghetto.
I feel like that is when it becomes a dependency or burden per se on your spouse, versus it being just a commitment between you two. Because some people have an agreement. Like this could be a financial dependency. Like say a husband stays at home and he's a stay-at-home husband while the woman goes and chases the bag. You know what I mean? That is,
or vice versa.
Exactly. That's an agreement, but they are emotionally they're financially dependent on their other, their partner. So that's
but
an
also
agreement.
too, I think it's also with that, like if you're talking about something to like that example of like somebody being a stay-at-home parent and the other is providing, like you still want them to come and still supply you with love. You want them to supply you with that companionship.
Absolutely.
It's not like, and then when you don't get it, you kind of, I think everybody has a sense of dependency when it comes into something. Like, cause you be like, man, I just miss him or I miss her. You be like, you invested some time and emotions with that person, so you'll miss them. But I don't think depending on a person to provide you like a certain type of love is healthy.
Yeah, absolutely. There's a line. I can't depend on anybody to make me happy. That is an emptiness that I have to feel. You know what I mean? Like, I can't depend on you to make me feel safe or to make me feel loved, right? I have to love myself. I have to make myself happy. I have to do my own work.
I know that's right. And you fine as hell, girl. You better say that. You better tell them.
I gotta do my own work, right? I gotta make myself feel good. I have to have self-confidence. I can't expect you to make me feel confident that you're not cheating or that you're not out here, right? I have to have confidence within myself. I can have you, like, you could be reassuring, in a sense. That could be a love language, like you reassuring me. But to expect you to make me,
respectful,
like, if a man still say a man reassures you every moment he gets, he always does that, and you still are that insecure person, that becomes a dependency. I feel like, and that's not okay.
So Ryan, let me ask you this question: what did you feel sitting in the house with your taco meat out, drinking the green juice, green tea, and you was by yourself? Did you be like, is it like all your homeboys got girls and they out here kicking with their lady, and you just up here like, man, damn.
I shouldn't have done
it's quiet in this motherfucker, ain't it?
No, I just think it go a little hand in hand sometimes. I mean, as much as people don't want to say it, we all are dependent on something from another person to a certain degree. And I think most people crave companionship. Like, a lot of people you hear people saying, "Oh, I can do bad by myself." That's some bullshit.
Nobody wants to be alone.
It's not.
I think
I'm a big believer in doing bad by myself. I can tell. I'm a big believer.
No.
He talking about. I feel like he talking about to the instance of people like they can be without like a woman, or I don't need no woman, I don't need no man. Like that, I think that's bullshit. Everybody needs somebody.
Everybody needs somebody. Everybody wants their person. Everybody needs somebody. So yes, you can survive on your own, and you can, make yourself, move forward without someone else. But when it comes to like really wanting somebody, I think everybody wants a person.
Yeah.
Now,
you want your own.
You got some people that go out and they do it with different people, a different night. But to a degree, we all want some form of companionship from another person. I always feel like
I agree. That's
like people are like, everybody wants that.
It's not that you don't want any form of companionship, but saying I could do that by myself, I feel like it's kind of a release statement. Like, I don't want to be in a miserable situation. Like, you can be with a partner. You can say, okay, I can't wait to get married. If I want to get married and I say, okay, I can't wait to get married, right? I get married, God forbid. And this person is trash. He doesn't do anything, just weighing me down becomes a burden. That I can be bad by myself statement is what, fits that situation. I'm not just saying I don't want to be with anybody.
Yeah,
but you have some people who will be like, I don't need nobody. You need somebody.
Yeah.
This is as much as everybody like to say this isn't a long life. It's a long life by yourself.
Even if you don't need somebody, you want somebody.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like that's people always talk that shit of like, I don't need nobody. That's bullshit. Everybody needs and wants somebody.
Ryan was over there getting his feelings with that green tea. Let me find out he put a little sound in there.
I don't know. Now that I think about it, so
why you always sound like you don't got no feelings?
Let me tell y'all this quick story. So now that y'all say that, it made me think a little bit. So recently, serious note, I had a checkup appointment. I won't get into all the details, but there I met this older lady, right? And she was crying. So, I tried to console her, like she was by herself. And I just, so, like my heart went out to her. I didn't know what was wrong. So I asked her, and she told me that she had just found out she had cancer, and she was in so much pain, right? And she was just devastated because she had lived such a full life. And she went on to explain to me that she wasn't married. She, all of her friends were mostly dead, and she doesn't have kids, right? So she does have a god baby, and the god baby's mother, like, which was one of her best friends, had passed away. So, she became kind of like her daughter, and she was coming to town to kind of help her out. But I bring that up because it made me think in that moment, like, damn, like, maybe I should stop being so picky in life. You know what I mean?
No, it's not. I don't like when people do that. Like, don't immediately think because you're by yourself, you need to lower your standards. It's somebody out there for somebody who meets 80% of your 100%.
But I'm saying, like, why do those type of things come to your attention? You know what I'm saying? Like, is that God? Like, because I see me in her. As she's talking, I see me in her. And it kind of resonated with me, like, wow, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm 26, don't have any children, don't have a potential, like anybody seriously that I'm interested in settling them down with at the moment. So it's like, damn, am I too vain? Am I?
Oh my God, how old are you again?
I'm 26.
20 what? Okay, shut the hell up. I'm 30. It doesn't matter. Dude, I don't got no husband. I ain't got no man. I ain't got no kids. I got a god baby that barely like me. So, that's what I got. Nothing. But it's like you want somebody who is like equally yoked in a sense. You know what I'm saying? You don't want nobody like a lot of things. I feel like women think it's characteristic flaws, but it's actually material flaws, and that's the difference. Like I care. I want my man to have a job. I'm not telling him to be out here like Diddy. That would be nice, but I'm not saying that. I'm saying be able to be a part of being a provider. I like a man who's able to provide. I like a man who is charismatic, who has a sense of humor. I can't stand no dry ass sense of humor on a person.
I can't either. That shit is one of the things. Laugh at my joke.
Or every time you talk to this dude, you up here cracking a joke, but he's so uber seen. He's like, "What you laughing for?" Like,
right?
Bitch, I can't laugh, motherfucker.
Or slow. Have you ever dated somebody slow who just didn't get your jokes?
Yeah.
I hate that.
I did too. He had the best dick. And I was like, damn, this is terrible. Stupid. Dumb.
Arizona, let me ask you this. Do you feel that women can shape men into what they desire? Or is that a
woman can shape men to what they desire?
No.
For instance, say you've seen stories out there. I'm not the only one who's seen stories out there of like some man who maybe wasn't motivated until he met this woman. And she gave him that motivation or that drive to like do better in life. And now they're just living this beautiful life. Like, do you feel like that is real or is that just?
It's not. I mean, it don't, I'm not saying it don't happen, but I don't think that's the majority.
Basically, should you hold somebody down? Should you hold them down until they figure it out?
You can hold somebody down. That's your preference. If you have faith in them to do that, that's your choice to do. As far as a man, a woman being able to shape a man, it's impossible. A man has to be willing and ready and wanting to make changes to make you happy.
Every time I can speak. Every time that I wanted to do better in my life, it wasn't because of a woman that I was dealing with. It was always because of like, damn, you hit. Every man comes to a point in his life where you hit that, like, damn, what the fuck am I doing? So, I mean, yeah, like, some dudes do have a woman in their life and they're like, you know what, I gotta get it together for her.
Yeah, for her. Like, I'm gonna do it because she's inspiring me to do it. But a woman can't make a man change or be anything else
in a lot of cases,
they want to be.
A lot of cases, a nigga don't really become himself and don't really level up into what he need to be until he realized, like, you start thinking, you start self-reflecting. You know, like, damn, I need to be doing this. I need to be doing that. Because, you know, you hit a rut and you seem like you moving in quicksand and everybody just, you know, running their own race. I mean, you keep your eyes on your own, you know, situation, you know, but at the same time, you look around you, you see everybody else doing this and doing that. You like, all right, what is next for me? So I think that's where a lot of men come to the crossroads. Now you do have some men that, you know, are in a situation where, all right, I got to do this because, you know, this is my family and this and that. Because when you said the shape part, a lot of times that it comes off as you're shaping me. Yeah, you probably want me to be a better person, a better version of myself. But I think it also comes off as like, it's for what you may expect it. Your expectations, what you might expect it. It might not align up for what my expectations are and what I expect out of my life.
I think that's when it needs to be imperative when you start messing with somebody. You say your expectations. I think it's not. Of course, your expectations are not your expectations, but goals may change. But your expectations shouldn't. And
because that's like, for example, if you know if you a dude and you mess with a chick, y'all been dating for some time, and she, you know, wants you to be this, you know, this business mogul and this and that, or she wants you to, you know, be part of this Fortune 500 company type of businessman, and your route might be this. This is just a joke. This is just a joke.
Be out there selling them that dope.
No. But like, say if a nigga wanted to rap, he want to be a rapper, and his dream and his vision wanted to be a rapper.
Band, man. Wow, let's tell
you know what I'm saying. His vision want to be a rapper. It don't align up. So you know, yeah, you might want this nigga to be this businessman and this and that, but his passion and his dream is music. He want to be a producer, anything like that. You know, it doesn't align up. You know what I'm saying? Because
let's bring it back around.
Go ahead, because I was about to say something. Go ahead.
Is that a dependency? If you like, is that a dependency? Wanting your spouse to be better than what they are? Or is that love?
That's love.
I don't think it's neither.
It's not a dependency, but it's definitely like some form of love, because when you care for somebody, you want them to grow. You want them to be better.
You want them to grow, but if it's not aligned, if it doesn't align up of what that person wants.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's why they set conversations. Like if you coming through the door and I'm up here telling you like, yeah, I got my own business. I'm this and that. I'm doing this and that. And you be like, yeah, I'm working this job, but I'm also trying to be a rapper on the side. After you already told me, and I still stay around, I can't act surprised like I didn't know this was important. Right. You already told me. And I think that's why it's super important to have that type of conversation when you first started. Once you see yourself going into that direction, so you'll know what you're getting into.
Absolutely. That's my first question. What do you want to do? Who are you?
Because my thing is, it could be anything that might not bring, that could be a heavy financial gain, but at the same time, it might not be immediate.
Of course.
You get a lot of women. You got a lot of women that be business women, you know, get their shit on their grind, you know, get their bread up, and they might meet somebody who got a lot of potential. But the potential that you see in them doesn't align up with your vision. I'm too old to
fall in love with your potential. You need to be.
Yeah, but my thing is, who are we to tell somebody to stop pursuing their dreams?
We're not.
But that's what I'm saying. Some people don't let go of their dreams.
But that's also the conversation you have in the beginning. Now, don't sign up for something. And that's what you're not going to do. Like, if I'm telling you this is something that's important to me and I want to do it, and I'm working on doing it while I'm with you, you can't act surprised when that dream or that goal or something requires a little more attention from me. And then telling me you want me to give it up. Like, no, I'm almost there. Nobody told you to give up your 9 to 5 because you're trying to become a senior or executive.
That's why I don't feel like you can shape someone into what you want them to be, because say if you do make this person into what you want, you happy. Well, who says that person's happy?
Right.
Now they looking at, as soon as y'all argue and this and that, you like, motherfucker, I ain't want to do this anyway. That's the first thing they gonna say. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, I don't think you could ever shape anyone to what you want them to be. You can teach a person your love languages. You know?
With these niggas these days, they don't understand that. It'd be silent.
But to shape them into, you know, what you want them to be, as far as like a vision for their life, everybody has like a vision for what they want for their life, and I don't think people should come in between that. I think that's why a lot of people had these like broken marriages and homes and shit, because people come in between the vision of what they have, and like people like alter what they want for their life to make it fit with somebody else's, instead of finding somebody who's like-minded.
At the end of the motherfucking day, at the end of the day, where I give insight and bring this shit all together to make a little bit more sense. So, at the end of the day, companionship is a choice. Companionship may require some type of dependency, depending on the terms and conditions of your relationship. For example, you may have a spouse that needs you to always be there for them emotionally, and that may be doable for you. You may have the emotional room to be able to take on that dependency. All in all, it depends on what works for you and your person. It depends on what works for you and requires you to know what you are getting yourself into. So make sure you know that. And always remember, love that comes from fear isn't love, it's neediness. Emotional dependency comes from the inner emptiness that is created when you abandon yourself. And then you start to depend on your partner for happiness, love, safety, and other things that they are unable to provide you. Nobody can provide you that. So, at the end of the day, make sure your cup is full and you have self-love, happiness, and all those other things I mentioned that people cannot provide or fulfill. And you're so fucked up that you can't make sure you let your partner know the dependencies you require and to carry for you. So, that's my motherfucking word for the day. It's been great, you guys. We finished another episode of What's New. Woo! Okay. Thank you for tuning in with us. Next week is going to be lit, so make sure you follow us on all platforms. We are on iHeartRadio. We are on Facebook. Follow us on Instagram at What's New _podcast. We're on Facebook at What's New for Real. What's New Podcast for Real. So make sure you go follow us, like, subscribe. We're on YouTube, everywhere you want. Over and motherfucking out.
Be safe.
Peace.